Hey everybody, I am back to continue the build for Captain Nemo's submarine, the Nautilus, from Disney's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. And today I want to start working on the exterior of the sub. And the goal is to build a hull around everything that we've created that will hopefully look something like this. Now, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get the proportions right or the overall shape, but this is the goal. And I think the front is going to be the most challenging portion of the build. I'm not really worried about the sides or the top or the bottom. It's the jagged ram along the top that's used to rip apart enemy ships, and it's the tapered bow that have me concerned. And this shot gives you a good idea of what I'm talking about. The sides of the sub come together at a point in the front, and at the same time the top and bottom of the sub are also angled so that they come together at that same point. And except for the 4 jagged edges that are designed to rip enemy ships apart, the hull is a smooth surface the entire way up to that front prow. And to be honest, I am not quite sure how to build that, or if it is even possible to build that and have it look like this. I thought about maybe using a series of paths to mimic the lines of the ship, and then trying to attach blocks to those paths to make it smooth, and that might work from the top to the prow, or from the side to the prow, but at some point the blocks along those paths would have to meet and form a smooth surface where they meet. And that's the tricky part. And if I come back to the toy box here, and we take a look at the memory that I've got, given the amount of memory I have already used up in this toy box, I'm not sure that I want to spend everything that I have left to try to make a perfectly smooth hull. I'm also thinking that the player really isn't going to see the hull that much, except when they're underwater. And so I think I may focus more on the sub's profile, what it looks like here from the side, than what it looks like from the front or from an angle like this. And so this is where I want to start today. And I've got a copy of that screenshot, one of those earlier screenshots, the profile, on my iPad here. And so as we get started, I think I want to try to capture the profile of this first. I think that's a good place to start. And so let me grab one of these blocks here. And I think I'm going to begin with this piece. And we're going to try to capture the look of this, the shape of it. We're going to put this piece here. And I was thinking for the top part that's jagged, we have a piece here, if I can find it. Not this one. It's the one we used for the walls, this one. Something like this. Because that has kind of a nice jagged top there on the left. So if we do something that looks like that, that kind of gives us the jagged edge, I think, that looks similar to what we've got. And I'm going to grab this piece here, because we need a floor surface out here along the front. And just trying to decide how far we want to go with this. If we do this, well, oh, can't put it there. It's hitting something. Oh, we got the the graded floor blocks underneath, so it's got to go there like that. There we go. So if we do something that looks like that, and part of the problem with that jagged prow is it's got to come down to a point. Whoops, that's too far. Alright, so if it comes down something like that, we zoom out a little ways, that's about as far as we want that to go. I don't think that should go any further. And I'm actually thinking about whether these should drop a little further, but I don't know how that's going to look. All right. I'm going to plug that gap. And this would be the front of the prow. It would stick out a little bit like that. All right, and then at the same time, underneath, we've got the bottom that goes up from there. But again, I don't really want to I don't think I want to try to attach this thing to a path and flip it over. We'll just keep this simple to try to save memory. So if we go like this, see, the problem is we're going to run into that. Which means the front of this has to come out a little bit further. Alright, and again, just trying to capture the look of the profile of this. So something that looks like that. Now, at the same time, we have the sides of this thing. And if we come over and grab, well, let's see, like this piece here. And we start filling in the sides of the sub. Now, from about this point forward, it should start tapering towards the front of the ship. Problem is, we got these rooms sitting in here, which is going to make that difficult. And because of that, I don't see how we're going to be able to manage the shape of this thing. Because already, based on just how the interior is laid out, it's really hard to get the exterior to kind of line up where it needs to be. So if we do this, and this, and this, that gets us to about here. So we got kind of a corner to cut here which I don't really want to do. Let me drop that there for right now. We do have that though in there. So we might be able to get away with this. Let's see if we can restructure this section here a little bit. And that gets us to the exterior where we need to be. But we're going to have to put in a couple of smaller pieces here. And bring this around. Whoops, not that one. That one. Like that. And now you see we already run into a problem because this is sticking out from there. And the question we have is how do we get this to merge smoothly with that to make a smooth surface? And I am not so sure that it's possible. Even if we attached blocks to a path, you're still going to end up with something that's going to be sticking out from the sloped surface of this. And so, yeah, this is not looking encouraging to me as far as trying to get this thing to line up where we want it to be. I think we could bring this out a little further, like this. Then we still don't have a piece that we can stick in here that has the angle that we want. Because really I need the bottom part of this to come out. We kind of need another tapered piece that has both angles of this. And it can sit in this corner. And we don't have such a piece. Which tells me that we're going to have a stair-step kind of pattern along the edges of the outside here in order to get this thing to look somewhat decent. Hopefully that makes sense what I'm trying to say. It's kind of hard to describe to you in words what I'm picturing in my head. But again, if I try to put this here, that sticks out down below. I really need to clip off this front edge of this. And of course, if we try to do this piece, we run into the same problem. We get that little thing sticking out there like that, which isn't what we want either. Now, that kind of looks like a jagged edge, though, to me. The problem is, as I look at this, see if we put this back here, we come out, this jagged edge is going to run stair-step down along the side of this and not laterally back along here, which is what it looks like in the screenshot. And if we want it to run laterally, we'd have to bring this piece up. That gives us kind of the jaggedness there. And maybe we could put one of these down. Like that, to kind of plug those gaps. Hey, that could work. That would give us our jagged edge. I don't mind that sticking out because, like I said, that kind of looks a lot like the top here, which is designed to rip ships apart. So that actually may work. me go ahead and take this out and put another one of these in here. So this piece would sit in here, I guess, like that. All right, how's that look? Yeah, not too bad, I guess. Again, if we're looking at primarily what this is going to look like from the side, I think we're okay. All right. I was thinking of trying to fit some smaller blocks in there, but I'm realizing I'm probably going to have to move this thing in as well. And if we do that, maybe I don't need to put as many little blocks in here as I was thinking. If we move this over like that, maybe be able to get by with just a few of these in here. We'll see, because I got to bring this hull up as well, so we may or may not need those. Okay, and then this piece has to come down to meet that angled piece over there. So like that. All right, so we have this floor that's sticking out. It's going to be a little bit of a problem. Let's delete that, and let's move this over. All right, we still have a little bit of it sticking out there. I'm not sure how this is going to work. I don't have my power disk down at this point. Let me come out here and put that power disk down so I can set Calhoun's command on that block I just put down. And nope. All right, where are we at? There it is. All right, arranging the blocks like that left a little bit of a gap under there, but I think we're going to be able to plug that. We're going to run into this. Ugh. Gotta move that over too. Okay, let's do this. Take those two pieces out. Move this over one nudge. Move that over one nudge. Move this over to the left one nudge. Come on, pick it up. There we go. All right, so now we can put this down. And again, we got a gap to plug under there. All right. Yeah, I'm not so sure that's going to plug that gap. So I'm thinking we may want to do that. Okay, and then we got the top. Like that. And we got to get it from here down to here. This only has to go up 2 levels though, and then we hit this floor level. So yeah, not sure how this is going to work. I guess that floor surface there is going to have to come forward a little bit more. Maybe like that. Unless we do something like here. That only comes down to this point. Yeah, trying to get this thing to match is going to be a challenge here. Alright, so that gives us that. Again, we run into the same problem here. I don't know that I want that. If we did do something like that, it'd have to go like that. Yeah, this is, I don't know, trying to decide how much I like this. And here's the next question. Does this piece sit in here like this? Or do we go up like that? Yeah, that's the tricky part here. I think instead of all these little blocks, I think it's going to be better to save a little more memory if we use things like this. Okay, that's giving us some shape anyway. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm curious what your thoughts are as to how this looks. You have to let me know. Okay, coming from over on this end, let's go ahead and put these pieces in. Finish filling in this part of the hull. Because now we have to somehow make this merge with this as well. Okay, so there's that part of this. Now, we could bring this over like that. And just carry this from the bridge all the way down. And we got a gap to plug underneath that. So this would have to sit down here. Okay. And if we do that, let me go ahead and take that block back out. That sits in there like that. So we got kind of a tapered edge there. And this could go all the way up to here. And then we just need, maybe we need something sitting in there. Or I gotta have something sitting down here. Can't really plug that gap though because of that wall. Unless I take this off and we put this in like that. Almost thinking, though, based on the pattern along the side, this would come out to here. So we have that jagged edge here. That actually doesn't look too bad. How are we doing on time? Oh, we're getting kind of low on time, aren't we? All right, well, let me look at this here. There's one more thing I was thinking of doing here. Putting that piece there like that. And actually, take that back out. I want to put in one of these, and let's do this one, just to try to capture the scale of that. Okay, so there we are with that. And we still got to figure out this under here. And then when we get that figured out, mirror it on this side. But I'm out of time for today. So I think this is about as far as I'm going to go. Next time, we'll continue working on this and see what we can do with the front of that. Before you go, leave a comment and let me know what you think of the outer hull so far. And if you have ideas for how to improve it, I'd love to hear them. I'm always open to that. Not overly happy with this, but it doesn't look too bad, I guess. But if you have ideas, let me know. That's all for me today. Thank you for watching and take care.